Welcome builders, andyisyoda here. Welcome back to another speed build. This time, an abandoned Jedi temple. I found a little bit of jungle, not far from my jungle temple transformation actually. Cleared the trees, leveled the terrain a little bit. This was going to be a fun build. Jedi temple. These are structures that are built all over the galaxy. Often built in quiet locations that harbour kyber crystals. I'm inspired by The Last Jedi coming up in December 2017. Are you looking forward to it as well? It could be an old, abandoned Jedi temple in that episode. Wouldn't that be cool? Maybe it'll look like this one. I was inspired by a picture I found on DeviantArt. I'll leave a link in the description. You can see how close I got my temple to the picture I was inspired by. So I'm just building some steps, marking out in red where I'm going to have the first tower, and in blue it's going to be a wall. Then I'm trying to make the ground broken up, cracked paving really. So first of all, building the tower in stone, wrapping around the roof. I want to make the roof quite flat on top. I've also got a palette of bricks. I think I use stone, mossy cobblestone, stone bricks, and cracked stone bricks as well. So there we go, starting to take shape. Very symmetrical build this. There we go. 2 towers on each side now. The jungle is going to encroach on this build. I'm going to build it kind of perfect to start with, and then at the end it's going to be great. That's the bit I look forward to most. Making it look antiquated. Putting in the bushes, the ivy, breaking the bricks. Lots of mossy cobblestone on the floor here. The entrance to the temple. Wanted to make sure this was kind of older towards the edges. So I've put in some coarse dirt, some sand, cracked stone bricks. And it's definitely more overgrown at the sides where people wouldn't walk. So here we go, moving into the main body of the temple now. Putting down some stone. This is going to be the floor. Using pink wool this time to mark out my third tower. A little bit small this time, but narrower. Obsidian behind the gaps to make it look like a long slit in the front of the tower, but very dark with obsidian behind the slit. Great fun this build. You've got to try it. Build yourself an abandoned Jedi temple. Let your mind wander, let your imagination run riot. Onto the doorway this time, building up some steps. Panning back for a sweeping view of the whole temple. The jungle feels close, oppressive. Can you imagine it being so hot? Humid in that jungle. You get into the nice dark temple building to cool off. Again, purple wool, extending this wall up the way, and another big slit in the front of it. The picture I'm inspired by had blue lights in the bottom of the kind of gap in between the walls there, but hard to do in Minecraft, so went for a beacon eventually, as you'll see in a few minutes time. Just spinning around here, some more towers at the top. Very simple design. Keeping the colours muted, keeping it very subtle. That was important, I thought, in this build. Making sure everything's duplicated to the other side as well. Got to be symmetrical. And there we go. So speeding on just a few minutes here. What we've got now is the main structure. And I tell you what, guys, you could get your name on the inside of this Jedi temple on a sign. And this Jedi temple will always be on my world. Whatever world I'm building on, whatever my server looks like, this world is going to be here. And your name could be inside that Jedi temple. All you got to do is support me with $1 on Patreon. So look up the link to my Patreon, contribute that dollar. As soon as you've done that, I'm going to add your name to the Jedi Temple Hall of Fame inside. It'll be a sign. You can visit it. play.usetheblocks.net. Warp Jedi Temple. You could be part of the history of my server for $1. And if you keep on subscribing, $1 per month, helping me out, supporting my channel, I will elevate your name higher and higher in the temple, depending on how many months you have supported. Okay, I feel that these are the kyber crystal storage areas here, giving power to the temple at the sides. So check out that link, guys, patreon.com with andyisyoda attached to it. The link is down below in the description. Consider the support for my channel. Every dollar much appreciated. It's very cheap, $1. That's all. So here we go. Massive structures at the side, contributing power, channeling that power, the Jedi Force, to the middle of the temple. So we've got one of those built. And there we go. 6 in a row, duplicated with world edit. A little bit of water at the side. Easily defended this temple. Gotta wait for that water first of all. Same again on the other side. Duplication. Starting to really take shape now. Now some more space at the back here though. Digging out more jungle. Bit more flattening. And another tower being built. This time in the same bricks, but overlapping the wall as well. Bit of wood used the first time in the form of fences. Bit of strange trellis work here. Kind of an outdoor garden, I feel. I'm going to make it very overgrown, bushified a little bit later on. Some more mini towers getting created now. Building those up, and now a diagonal wall. Needed to think of some way of finishing off the back of the temple. So here I decided to add a large circular pool. I like to think of it as a contemplation pool, maybe a meditation pool, where the Jedi would go to the back of the temple, look down into the depths of the dark pool, and think about what they're going to have for tea. No, think about their Jedi tasks and missions ahead. Guys, I'm going to leave you here. I'm going to let the speed build continue in just a few minutes' time. Used another larger circle. Build really starting to pick up the pace here. And a large circular defensive wall at the back, marked out in pink wool. Digging out the pool now. I'm going to wrap the whole build round with water. Decided to use sea lanterns at the bottom of the pool. Didn't look very good here, so changed the sea lanterns into gold ore, as if the Jedi had been scattering their coins down into the thinking pool. And there we go, water wrapped around the whole build now. Our attention can turn back to the front of the build to finish that off and integrate it into the jungle. Decided to make the front quite square, so wrapping these canals, if you like, around the build, adding a few more bits of detail and wall, and we're nearly at that stage where we add the bushes. A little bit of a bridge going on now. I built this on a live stream, and someone on the live stream says, what about a little landing spot for a spaceship and a little bridge over to it? So more of these kyber crystal energy power transformation devices, I don't know what they are, at the side. They look cool. Carving through the jungle this time. Little landing craft gonna be here. Wouldn't it be cool if an X-Wing would appear? Stay tuned, maybe it will. Bit of podzol here, marking out the jungle floor. I think that looked quite effective. Spinning the camera around, you really get an idea of the size, the scale of this Jedi temple. It's enormous. And 2 blue beacons firing up into the sky. This was such a good build for me to do in terms of enjoyment. Just weathering, wearing away the buildings now, making some holes. Adding some bushes, lots of leaves, ferns, tall grass, the works. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, if you want your name in the Jedi Temple, check out my Patreon. Just costs $1. I will see you next time. The Jedi Temple, abandoned.